Hi guys, I'm going to give you some basic information about test 1. Okay, so test 1 is the same as the midterm. It's available beginning today and it will close on Sunday, the 11th. You'll have 75 minutes to complete this assessment. So once you click on the test and you start taking it, the time starts counting down. So be sure you're ready before you take the test. The test is administered via honor lock, and that means that it's a proctored test. The reason why I'm using honor lock is because some of you are honest and you would never cheat, but others might be tempted, and it's not fair for those who might be tempted. So with honor lock, this ensures that everyone is taking the test in the same conditions. If something happens and you have a technical glitch while taking the test, or you're not able to finish the test for whatever reason, don't stress out. I give an alternate makeup test at the very end of the semester, and you can take the alternate version and that'll substitute for the missed test or the test that was compromised due to technical difficulties. If you missed the test, then when you take the alternate, your score is counted in place of the 0. If you complete the test and you score poorly, I average your first and second attempt. All right, so this test is worth 100 points, and you'll basically get 50 questions, and each question is worth 2 points. So that's how you get the total of 100. And if you score between 90 and 100 points, that's an A. Between 89 and 80, that's a B. 79 and 70 is a C. And 69 and 60 is a D. And 59 below is not passing. In the event that you don't pass the test, again, don't be stressed out. All that means is that you didn't know enough about the information at this particular time, and you need to study and review so that you can take the alternate at the end of the term. If I sound a little awkward, it's because I'm wearing my braces and I'm still getting used to having this extra stuff in my mouth. You might be wondering what chapters are on the test. Well, on the next slide, I'm going to go over exactly which chapters you're going to see on the test. Okay, so our first test goes over information that's presented in our required course textbook, which is Invitation to the Lifespan by Elizabeth Stassenberger, and it's in the 4th edition. If you have the 3rd edition, you're still covered. That's all good. And it's chapters 1 through 8. So that's broken down into 4 sections, and we're in week 8, so that's perfect. Part 1, the beginning, looks at the science of human development, and then from conception through birth. So you need to know a little bit about prenatal development, what happens in the womb, and what happens when a baby's first born. And you also need to know about those theories of human development. So Piaget, Erikson, Vygotsky, Bronfenbrenner, you definitely want to know a little bit about them. You also want to know about the different types of research that social scientists conduct. So why might a developmental psychologist conduct a longitudinal study versus a cross-sectional study? Then in part 2, we'll look at the first 2 years, and you're going to find out a little bit about the body and the mind and psychosocial development in the first 2 years of life. You'll continue this trend with part 3 and part 4 for early and middle childhood, again looking at the changes from physical growth and also changes in cognition and changes in social and emotional relationships. So definitely read chapters 1 through 8 if you haven't already done so prior to taking the test. You made it to the end of the slideshow. Good. Now, watch these 2 videos. This is like a bonus for you, okay? I've included a video on growth versus fixed mindset and a video on grit. I'm going to give you a very, very brief breakdown, but I want you to watch these 2 videos. Both of them are short. So the growth versus fixed mindset, this is just reminding you that how you think can affect how you feel and what you do. Okay, I'll say that again. So what is going on in your head, the thoughts that are in your mind, that can affect how you feel and also what you do. And I'm sure you can recognize this as a reality. But if you're thinking negative, then you might feel bad or you might feel anxious. And as a result, you might do poorly on the test. So go ahead and clear your mind. In terms of grit, think about grit is about perseverance, passion and perseverance. So if you stick with something and you hang in there, you're bound to get better. And in our class, I intentionally designed our class with 600 points, and the test is only worth 100 points out of 600. So you don't have to get an A on this test to get an A in the class. And so I'm saying if you don't score as highly as you would like, don't stress out, right? This is just one test. We have a total of 600 points. I've also created an extra credit opportunity for you, and I'm going to encourage you to complete that extra credit activity so that you can practice and study for the test and also get some bonus points. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or compliments, feel free to email me at simpson@cf.edu. And also feel free to chime in on the questions thread. We have a questions thread, and you and your class members are welcome to post questions, answer your fellow class members' questions, and I check that periodically. You can hear childhood development in the background. My kids are playing on the Xbox. But that's it for me.